Hello, this is Paul, and this tutorial will explain key signatures. Our last tutorial was on major scales. When we made a major scale, we wrote the sharp or flat on every note, ascending and descending. A key signature gathers all those sharps and flats together, making individual accidentals not necessary. The key signature tells us what major or minor scale we will be in. The order of sharps and flats are always the same. For now, we will deal with 4 sharp keys and 4 flat keys. The order of sharps is F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp. The order of flats is B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. Notice how they look in the bass and treble clef. They must be in this order and on these exact lines or spaces. Let's look at the accompanying scales to key signatures. The C major scale had no sharps or flats, therefore there is no key signature. Let's look at the G major scale. G major has 1 sharp. This is the key signature for G major. The D major scale has 2 sharps, and the key signature is F sharp and C sharp. The A major scale has 3 sharps. Our key signature is F sharp, C sharp, and D sharp. Our last sharp key is the major scale of E, and the key signature is F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. Here are all the sharp key signatures. Through repetition and practice, you will soon memorize all of them, but there is a shortcut to tell us the major scale from the key signature. The shortcut is quite easy. Let's look at the 1 sharp key signature, which has an F sharp. Go up a semitone from F sharp, and that is G. The key is G. That's all there is to that. Let's do 2 sharps of F sharp and C sharp. The last sharp is C sharp, and a semitone above that note is D, which is the key. 3 sharps is F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. A semitone above G sharp is A. The key is A. Our last example has 4 sharps, which are F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. The last sharp is D sharp, and a semitone above that is E, which is the key. What about our flat keys? We will switch to the bass clef for our flats. We had a major scale that had a B flat, and that is the key of F. Here is the key signature with the B flat. If we have a major scale with a B flat and E flat, that key signature is B flat. We have a major scale with 3 flats, B flat, E flat, and A flat. Then that key signature is E flat. Our last scale has 4 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. This key signature is A flat. Here is a list of all our flat keys that we just covered. There is also a shortcut for finding the key with the order of flats. Let's start with the 4 flats of B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. The second last flat tells us the key. D flat is the last flat, and A flat is the second last flat. The key is A flat. If we have 3 flats, we earn the key of E flat, because E flat is our second last flat. If we have 2 flats, the key is B flat, because B flat is our second last key. We don't have a second to last flat on a 1 flat key, so that one has to be memorized as F. Although I think these shortcuts are good, you will eventually have to memorize these key signatures because it will be less confusing and time-consuming down the road. Go to paulmei.com for a workbook on this tutorial. Inside, I will have cue cards and ways to memorize these key signatures and accompanying scales.